guys, welcome back to my channel, welcome to a new vlog. I'm Lee from Mortgage Free Lee, and today, frankly, things are getting serious. We are talking about mental health today because I woke up and I had all these plans for all these kind of videos that I might do, and I was gonna do this, I was gonna do that. But then I went on a social media app that will remain anonymous. And I think I've come to the realization that this particular social media app is really bad for my mental health. Every single time, and I mean every single time I go on it, I see something, if not multiple things, that really upset me. I don't know why I forget this every single time. So I was scrolling this morning and, I was seeing like all these videos that weren't really, upsetting or anything, but I was just getting this like weird anxiety vibe, starting to feel really anxious. And then I saw a video that really upset me. Yeah, I need to stop going on there. It's bad for my mental health. And the backstory to this is that I have actually just finished my 4th round of counselling. So CBT, cognitive behavioural therapy, counselling, whatever you want to call it. My 4th round since having kids. My mental health has been complicated. I've always had kind of up and down mental health, anxiety, bit of mood fluctuation, but it was always manageable until I had kids. Now, I'm not sure exactly what it is about the fact that I became a mum that has triggered this kind of decline in mental health for me. I don't know if it's the fact that I came off contraceptives, because obviously I wanted to have kids. I'd been on the pill since I was 15. I don't know if it's that, or if it's the fact that I can't look after myself and manage my own symptoms and manage my own self in the way that I would have done before I had kids, because obviously my kids will take priority rather than my needs. I don't know if it's that. I'm also pushing 40, like I'm nearly there. I'm 39 this year, and I don't know if I could be getting some like perimenopause symptoms. I don't know is the thing, and nobody's going to be able to give me the answer either. I've been to the doctors, no one's going to be able to tell me. This is what my mental health journey has looked like so far. After I had my first baby in 2019, I'm pretty sure I had undiagnosed postnatal depression, and I had postnatal anxiety, and I had a round of counselling. It didn't feel like CBT, but it was like face-to-face counselling on the NHS. Honestly, I'm not sure how much that one helped. I was a mess at that point. I was a mess, like a real mess. And I just remember crying a lot. So I'm not sure how much that one helped. After I'd gone back to work, I had another round of counselling. That was CBT. It was over the phone and it was through the NHS, and it really helped. It was really good. Then I had another round later on through my work occupational health. That did not do it for me. Me and the counsellor were not matched. And I feel like that is something really important to say, is that not every counsellor is going to be a good match for you. That one wasn't. It did nothing for me. And instead, I just made some lifestyle changes, and I also got pregnant again. So obviously, your hormones are completely different when you're pregnant than they are when you're not pregnant. And that seemed to alleviate my symptoms. So I'd had 3 rounds of counselling after having my first baby. I changed things at work. I moved to a different job. I had different hours. I worked less hours. All of this was with the intention of helping me sort of get better work-life balance, feel like I could be there for my kids a bit more, and just generally help my mental health. And it did. And then I had a second baby, and I definitely was a lot better in the like immediate postpartum phase. Maternity leave, it's hard, but it was nothing like the first time when I was frankly really, really ill. It was nothing like that. It was a very healing experience. The birth was so much different. The maternity leave was so much different. It was just a completely different experience on maternity leave, and I'm really glad that I had that chance to sort of enjoy that phase, because I always feel really guilty that I didn't necessarily have that same experience with my daughter. I love her so much. I just didn't get to have that experience because I had a difficult birth and I was really, really ill. For whatever reason, I don't know why. I don't know if there is a reason why these things happen to some people and not others. I don't know, but I was ill. I'm now coming up to like 2 years postpartum. It's nearly my son's 2nd birthday. It's not that long off now. And I think they say it takes like up to 2 years for your hormones to completely like settle down after having a baby, breastfeeding and all that stuff. So I'm not even quite at that stage yet. But I've definitely noticed that since I've returned to work, obviously I stopped breastfeeding, and then your sort of cycle comes back to normal. I have been to the doctor about PMDD, so premenstrual dysphoric disorder, which is essentially, I'm really like minimizing this here, but really, really, really bad PMT, like really bad PMT. So I've been to the doctor about that, and honestly, it didn't seem like there were a lot of options at the time. It's basically medication options, which was go back on the contraceptive pill or potentially take antidepressants. And they suggested potentially taking antidepressants just for the time when I really, really struggle, which is about a week before my period. It can be slightly variable, but it's around my period. And honestly, I didn't love either of those options because I just don't want to go down that route yet. Medications can have their own effects. It's just not the route I want to take right now. So a few months ago, I'm not even sure how long ago, I referred myself again for counselling. And because in my area, you are considered to be a priority as either a pregnant or postpartum woman, in my area, it's up to 2 years. I know in some other areas, it's maybe up to a year, it might be different timeframes, but in my area, it's up to 2 years after having a baby, which I am within. So I was treated as a priority and I got counselling really, really quick. I had it over the phone and it was so positive. I just really clicked with the counsellor, and he was a male counsellor. And honestly, with a lot of my symptoms related to things like my cycle, my periods, talking about perimenopause, I think my initial reaction was, I don't know if I feel as comfortable. Not that I wouldn't be able to talk about it, but I didn't know if I would feel as comfortable or how it would go. And it was absolutely fine. He was brilliant. We clicked, it worked, and it really helped. I'm also making some changes in my life. I'm trying to change my working hours just to help me get through this period where I'm finding it tough. I always find going back to work after having a baby extremely tough. I think it's because you're just trying to juggle so many things. You've got home, you've got the kids, nursery runs, school runs, housework, social events, kids like activities like swimming lessons. Then you've got your actual self. You're supposed to socialise, you're supposed to eat well, you're supposed to exercise, you go to work. When is all this supposed to happen? When is it supposed to happen? That's why I'm trying to make some changes now. So I had the counselling, I feel much better. I'm making some lifestyle changes with the hopes of making some sustainable, long-term changes that can help me to stay well, because I want to keep the good feeling. Now, as I mentioned, this morning I have been on a social media app. And it's made me feel kind of rubbish because of what I've seen on there. It just plays into my anxieties. And yeah, it's really upsetting. I think if you knew what it was, which I won't share, almost every person would find it upsetting. Yeah, it was really sad. Anyways, I was basically feeling that negative, low mood sort of feeling creeping in, which is not where I want to be. So I have scrapped all of my plans for the day, which were frankly making me feel a little bit overwhelmed. Fridays always overwhelm me a little bit because I have to pack so much into this day when I have childcare. I've scrapped all the plans, and we are going to have a day of looking after my mental health and doing things that are going to be positive, and they're going to get me back into that positive space. So one thing that really, really stuck with me from one of the rounds of counselling that I had, and I've always kept this in my mind since, and it really does help, is the phrase, the motivation comes after the action. So when you're feeling a little bit rubbish, you don't want to do anything, you cannot be bothered. You don't want to deal with the dishes in the sink, which is what I am looking at, literally right behind you guys. There's a sink full of dishes. There's clean dishes, there's dirty dishes, there's a dishwasher full of dishes. I think this happened in last week's video. There's always dishes in a busy family household. But you don't want to deal with them. You don't want to deal with your problems. You don't want to deal with these kind of unpleasant jobs or less popular jobs, I guess. You don't want to do it. But the motivation comes after the action. So instead of waiting to feel better and waiting to feel like you've got the motivation to deal with these tasks, you have to push yourself, if you can, push yourself to do something first, and the motivation will come afterwards as the reward, and then keep you going on that sort of positive, productive sort of mood. This happened to me the other day because I had the kids on Monday, so both the kids were off with me on Monday, and we were hanging out at home, which is never the ideal environment for us because the kids get a little bit stir crazy, but we were hanging out at home and I decided to start decluttering the kids' toys, which isn't necessarily what I would have chosen to do at that particular moment, but it was the only thing I could do that was productive in that particular moment. And I started decluttering it and I felt so good because of it. I just wanted to carry on. And that's exactly what I mean when I say the motivation comes after the action. So you get such a buzz from actually doing the task, but you can't expect to feel that before you do it, if that makes sense. So that's one of the things that I think we're going to push ourselves with today. There's quite a bit of tidying up that I want to do around the house. And I always find that on Fridays, which is today, I really want to have a clean house ready for the weekend. It just makes me feel so much better about the weekend to come, is have like a clean, tidy, clear space, clear house to sort of start from. So I'd like to do that. I also need to go and get my nails done. This is something that I would not have done today. I had my nails done maybe like a month ago for our holiday, and they stayed on so much better because I just got gel nails. I didn't get the BIAB stuff. It seems to like not work for me. I just got gel nails and I tried to get them off myself and I absolutely can't. And I'm gonna go get my nails done. So I'm gonna go and get my nails done because that will make me feel a lot more put together. I also would really like to go and have a little browse in B&M or HomeSense for like autumn stuff. I know it's August, but it's August in the UK. And literally this morning taking my kids to nursery, there were so many like blown down branches and like branches in the road because we seemed to go from summer to autumn yesterday. It was cold, it was grey, it was miserable, it has been so windy. So I'm starting to feel autumn creeping in. And it's not that I want to say goodbye to summer sooner. We never do that in the UK. It's just that we just don't get that much summer. So I'd like to start looking at autumn things and just trying to get myself in that sort of cozy mood, get excited for it rather than dreading the change in the season. Because I definitely feel like I feel better when the sun's out now. I need the sun. I need the vitamin D. I need the sunshine. And I tend to find that I'm really excited for this part of the year, but after Christmas, that's when I struggle. So I'll also be thinking about that when we get closer to that time and how to best manage that. But I just really want to start getting excited about autumn, and I feel like maybe having a little browse for like autumn cozy stuff could make me feel better. And I'm not saying we're going to buy it, by the way, because we're still a money saving channel around here, but we're definitely going to have a little window shop. I got myself a candle the other day from TK Maxx because I had a gift voucher for £8. Hang on, let me go get it. It's this one. How cute is this? Pumpkin Woods scented candle from Leo & Co, which I've had from TK Maxx before. I just find I love like the style of these ones, kind of minimal, but still gives you that autumn cozy vibe. And obviously I sniffed them all, which was a real challenge because I had a baby in my arms. But this one smelled pretty good. It smells good, looks cute, and I'm very excited about it. I also have been embracing the like little joys in life this morning by having a drink out of one of my absolute favorite mugs of all time. Mugs are definitely something I can overbuy. This one is perfect. Look at that, sweater weather. I love this mug. It's from B&M. Maybe we'll go to B&M because I kind of need to go there anyway and see if they have these in or have anything similar. I'm not sure if B&M will have moved over to like the autumn range yet. We're going to find out. So to recap, the plan for the day is scrap all the plans. We're looking after our mental health. We are going to tidy up this house. We're going to get my nails done. We're going to have a little browse for autumn stuff and get excited about it. Few things I want to do and things that make me feel good. And I will absolutely not be opening up that app for the rest of the day. I also have something really exciting happening tonight, which is really unusual. Me and my husband are going to go to the cinema. I don't think me and my husband have been to the cinema on our own, like as adults. We've been with my daughter. I don't think we've been on our own as adults to watch an adult film since I was pregnant with my son, which is going to be like 2 full years ago now. But we're going to the cinema tonight because he's arranged for my mum to come over. My husband is a massive Aliens fan. I would say Aliens geek, Aliens fan. And there's a new film out that's from the same universe. He really wants to go and watch it. He wanted to go and watch it last weekend, but my mum wasn't available. That was like the opening weekend, so we're gonna go watch it this weekend. We're going to the IMAX because he wants to like get the whole experience. I booked the tickets. There's not much that my husband wants for in life, but this is a little thing that he's very excited about that I really want him to enjoy. So for him to enjoy it, we need me to be in a good space. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's get on with it. Let's stop chatting. It's been like 20 minutes. Let's stop chatting. Let's get on with it.
As a young girl, the fields were mine. We played hide and seek. seek for hours, raised our shadows among the pines. So offshore, playful and free, without a care in the world. I was one rich little girl, daydreamer, kidnap me, take me back, all the way back to them days.
Got my nails done. I absolutely love them. I was going to go for like a more pinky colour, but I ended up going for this one, which was number 41. I have no idea what colour it was, but it's kind of like a mauve. Is that the word? Like a purpley kind of colour, but like a darker purple. And I feel like it's just the perfect autumn transitional colour. I also went and pumped up the car tyres, which was job number 1 because safety first. I did do them the wrong way round, so like I pumped the back tyres up to what the front tyres should have been and the other way around, which is very me. My husband seems to think it'll be okay. Fingers crossed it'll be okay. I have also just been, because I'm getting a little bit hungry, it's like midday now, been to Greg's, picked up a free vegan sausage roll on the O2 Priority app, so I'm going to eat that before I go in B&M, because if I don't do that, I will not be in the right frame of mind to not spend all of my money in B&M. We can go and have a little look at like autumn stuff. Fingers crossed they have it. Fingers crossed B&M are like everybody else and they have the autumn stuff out. But we're going to see. Anyways, it's time to have a little bit of sausage roll first. Back. It's a flying visit because I have to go and pick my mum up from the next village over. I don't want to keep mum and mortgage free waiting too much, but here's what I've been up to. You saw that I went to get my nails done. Now, whilst I was waiting to get my nails done, I got a really, really rude and unnecessary rejection from a brand to do with content creation. Now, I feel like people don't talk about enough how much rejection there is when it comes to creating content and paid content, and it was quite rude and unnecessary. Not just to, let people down gently, thank you, you're just not a fit for us this time. It was just rude. If you're on my Instagram, you'll have seen what they said. It was rude and unnecessary, and I will be keeping that in mind because I've actually worked with this brand before. But I can't name them because I highly doubt it was a brand themselves. I imagine it was some sort of PR or management agency that did it. That happening definitely made me feel like I had made the right choice to take this day to manage my mental health. So got my nails done, then I went to B&M and had a look at the autumn stuff. Honestly, there wasn't as much as I wanted there to be. It let me down a little bit. I was expecting it to be like full throttle fall, like autumn, all the oranges, all the browns, all the autumn stuff. It wasn't. They were already getting Christmas presents out. I mean, this is just not acceptable, B&M. But there were a few things. Now, I definitely know I am somebody who can try to spend their way out of depression or low mood, so I was really, really conscious and mindful of that. I'll show you the B&M haul. I'll also show you some other things that I picked up. So B&M, 3 of these because I absolutely love these. It is not the healthiest meal, but I love them. There is nothing better than one of these and a can of Coke, honestly, when you can't be bothered. Lazy girl dinner, one of these. So I got 3 of those. I got some of this because I know you can make your own fajita seasoning. I've never been able to make it taste anywhere near as good as these, so I got that. I also felt like I couldn't live another second without this cup. So this is one of my unnecessary purchases. That's my disclaimer. Look at this. First the coffee, then the adventure. That is just giving me all the cozy winter vibes. It also has like a torch in it. I don't need a torch, but this thing came with a torch. Anyway, the kids will love playing with that. They'll probably be shining it in everyone's eyes, but they'll love playing with that. But this, I just couldn't live another second without it. So got that was £6. I picked up some air fresheners. Now we are trying to save money. So I'm trying this Fabulosa brand. We've never used these before. We usually use the very, very branded ones. We've never used these. I'm giving them a go. I will let you know what I think. They are significantly cheaper. Last but not least, this was another thing that I just couldn't leave in the shop. It was £5. It's a little ghost diffuser. A little ghost diffuser. How cute is that? I actually have like a ghost plate, which I need to find. I have no idea where this plate is. I need to find it. I don't know if that came from B&M or Home Sense last year, but I just love this. And you absolutely do not have to spend a lot of money to decorate your house for any season whatsoever. I will say I am a lifelong Halloween fan, and I feel like as we get older, we kind of lose that sense of excitement about frankly everything. And definitely when you have issues with your mental health and mood, you lose that excitement and enthusiasm for everything. So in previous years, I would have gone hard for Halloween. Like, we used to decorate our whole house for Halloween. We have had some epic Halloween parties, like epic Halloween parties. And I just kind of want to recapture a little bit of that excitement and enthusiasm. And for £5, I'm willing to part with that amount of money to recapture a little bit of my old self, if you know what I mean. So that was my B&M haul. It was just over £20. I did use Jam Donut, which is a cashback app. I will pop my referral link in the description box. It is an affiliate link, just so you know. So I got over £1, 20, 30, something like that, but it was 6.8% cashback at B&M using Jam Donut. So I did that. Very glad that I did. Then I went to Holland & Barrett, where I picked up 2 of these because they were buy one, get one half price. And I'm hoping I will get one of them completely free on a food and drink cashback app that I have. I'm not sure yet, so I won't say that it definitely happened, but I got those because that is my favourite oat milk, minor figures. Then I went to Sainsbury's because we're going to the cinema tonight, and I rang my husband and asked him whether or not he'd be on board with us taking our own snacks. Now, I know a lot of people think that you're not allowed to do that, but actually the cinema chain that we're going to, they don't actually prevent you from taking in your own snack. You just can't take alcoholic drinks or hot food. So I asked him, and I kind of thought he was going to say no, he really wanted to like do the whole cinema experience thing, and I absolutely would have been on board with that because this is like his Christmas day. It's many Christmases for him to go and watch this film. So I absolutely would have been on board with that, but I thought I'd ask him because I was by a shop, and if he wanted to like get snacks to take with us, I needed to get them while I was in the shop. So I asked him, and he was on board with getting snacks. So I spent about £10 on these snacks because I had a £2 voucher from Vodafone Rewards, which means that my first snack of choice was free because these were £2, which are the Candy Kittens gummies. I love sweets, but I don't eat meat, so I don't eat gelatin. These are vegan, so I love these. So I got those as a little treat for myself. I also just went wild and just got whatever else I wanted. I had these a long time ago on some sort of cashback offer, and they were so good. So I thought I would treat myself to some of those. I also got a massive pack of M&Ms because I've recently discovered that at the cinema we're going to, they offer to put M&Ms in your popcorn, and honestly, it's a game changer. So I got some M&Ms. This was a request from my husband, and it slightly pained me to spend £2.50 on a pack of Doritos, but I do know that Doritos are something you can't really buy cheap. You can't really buy own branded, it's not the same. So we got the Doritos. Another one is Pringles. I also got some Pringles. I love those. And then obviously got a pack of sweet popcorn. Now, I think I spent probably as much as we would have honestly spent in the cinema. I don't know, how much is a meal deal at the cinema these days? Probably more than £10 actually though, to be fair, especially for 2 of us. Actually, I definitely didn't spend as much as I would have spent at the cinema, but I spent a good amount of money, to be fair. It's like £10, something like that. But obviously we're not going to eat all that. So we're going to decide what we want to take, and we will have loads left over. So I'm pleased with that as a little money saving extra. Now we're gonna go and get my mum. Hopefully we're gonna get some coffee and some lunch because it's like 2 o'clock and I haven't eaten lunch yet. So let's go.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know,
I'm back. I went and met my mum in the nearby village, and then we went to this little independent coffee shop where I had avocado toast and a coffee, and we had a little chat. I feel like that is always a good thing to do when you're having a bit of a mental health day where you want to sort of like improve your mental health or maintain it, is to like obviously hang out with family, chat, friends, whatever. I just want to say, by the way, by no means am I saying that poor mental health can be solved by getting your nails done. I'm not saying that. I've done the harder work, I've done the counselling, I'm making the big life changes. This is kind of like a maintenance day. That's the phase I'm in with this current mental health journey, is maintenance. So I feel like this is what I needed today. I'm not saying that your mental health problems can be fixed by getting your nails done at all. That's not what I'm saying. Just wanted to put that out there. Anyways, after we went to the cafe, one of my favorite things to do, one of the things that gives me joy and pleasure and enjoyment in life, which is what we need when we're feeling a little bit down in the dumps, is mooching in the charity shop. And I decided that I was gonna get some like autumnal books, but I wasn't quite sure exactly what I was looking for. I was thinking about maybe looking for something a little bit Halloweeny and a little bit witchy, but actually in theory, I'm not sure if that's gonna be up my street when it comes to books. So I'll show you what I got. I cleaned up at the charity shop. I got so many bargains. I've got a huge charity shop haul to share with you. I'm really excited to show you everything I got. Let's get on with it. My mum was looking for some little cars for my son, and we ended up finding these super cool little cars. Now, obviously they're pink, but firstly, boys can play with pink. Secondly, I have a daughter. She also has a cousin who is a little girl. So these, how cool are they? They were 20p each. Those are so awesome. I bought the books. When I tell you I bought all the books, I'm not joking, I bought all of the books in the charity shops. There's quite a lot of charity shops where I live, and they're usually pretty decent. I usually manage to find something when I'm there, so I was specifically looking for books because I've got it in my head that what I would enjoy for a little bit of me time is to sort of cozy up with a book, get that cozy feel. We have YouTube Premium, so we can put those like ambiance videos on, you know, like cozy cabin ambiance, hanging out in the forest ambiance. Love them, absolutely love them. Thought it'd be really nice to kind of like be able to cozy up with a book and put one of those on when it starts to get a little bit darker and a little bit colder, and that just sounded like actual heaven to me. So I'm all about leaning into the things that make me excited. So I'll show you the books that I got. Massive book haul. When I tell you I got a big book haul, I'm not joking. I got 7 books. Let's go through them. So the first one I got was this. It's called Confessions of a 40-something. You can see that. And basically it just sounds like where I am in life. It says, a novel for any woman who wonders how the hell she got here and why life isn't quite how she imagined it was going to be, and who is desperately trying to figure it all out when everyone around her is making gluten-free brownies. Meet Nell, her life is a mess. I couldn't not buy this book. So I picked that one up. I'm really excited to read that one. It's by Alexandra Potter. Let me know if you've read any of these, by the way. So I picked that one up. That's a little bit of a different genre to the rest of the books that I picked up. And let me just say, these are not my usual genre of books. Everything I picked is not my usual genre. I'm like Lisa Jewell, B.A. Paris, straight up, thriller, mystery, murders, the crime type thriller, you know? I've gone for, over half of these books are cozy mystery. I know that some of you have read this. Now, this says it's from the creator of Death in Paradise. I absolutely love Death in Paradise. I don't know why I'm not still watching it, and maybe I need to bring that back into my like rotation if I want to feel good, because it's such a feel-good show. If you haven't watched it, honestly, love it. It makes you feel so good, it's so cute. And this is apparently by the creator of that. It's called The Marlowe Murder Club. I'm sure that everybody else in the world will have read this. I haven't. And it basically says, it's about a 77-year-old who witnesses a murder and the police don't believe her. So she makes a murder club with her friends. I mean, does it get any cuter for a premise of a book? So, absolutely was taking this one home. This one was 99p. This one was 50p, I should have probably said that. 99p this one was. Then I got this one, which again, The World and His Wife will have read. I have not read because I don't usually read this genre of book. I got the Richard Osman, The Thursday Murder Club, similar sort of idea. Basically, some retired people make a murder club and I'm just all about it. I'm just all about that idea. I thought this would be so cute and like feel good, and I'm just ready for it. This just feels like exactly what I need, like a little hug in a book. So I went for this. This was £2, but I don't regret it at all. Obviously it's a very popular book, so I've got high hopes for this. Then continuing on the same theme, I got this one, which was also £2, called Death of an Outsider by MC Beaton. Sorry, I was disturbed by my daughter who couldn't wait to see the item that I bought for her that I will show you shortly. So yes, I got this one, which is Death of an Outsider by MC Beaton, and it says, the most hated man in the most dour town in Scotland is sleeping with the fishes. So I thought that this would also be on the same kind of track as the other cozy mystery books that I got. This one was £1.49, it's called The Mystery Guest, it's about a murder, but it sounds like a whole like murder mystery type idea. It says who done it, do not disturb who done it in progress. So I'm expecting like Agatha Christie vibes from this one. So I was very excited about that one. And then this one I feel like was a little bit different. So it's called The Keeper of Stories by Sally Page. And basically it's just about a woman who tends to hear everybody else's stories, but she's got a story of her own to tell. So I have no idea what that is about, but it sounded interesting to me. I think this was £1.49 as well. Lastly, I went for this one. I thought I would pick it up whilst I saw it. It just sounded like the perfect cozy Christmas book. As I said, don't usually read this kind of book. Usually there's got to be a murder in it, and I'm pretty sure nobody dies in this one. Mistletoe and Mulled Wine at the Christmas Camper Van by Caroline Roberts. So I'm going to put that one to one side for Christmas. My mum also gave me a book that was like a Christmas whodunit, and I have no idea where it is. I've got to find that book and get that one back out for Christmas. Then another thing that I've really wanted to do this year, and I have not yet done it, and the year will not end without me doing it, is puzzles. I quite enjoy doing a puzzle, and there's one particular type of puzzle that always catches my eye when I see it. I've got two of them now. I've got a Christmas one I am desperate to get out this Christmas, and I've got one called the Fantasy Bookshop, and I found another one in the same style, and I love them. So it's a Ravensburger one. This one's called Grandad's Locker, and I just love the style of them. They're so cute. So I'm really excited to do that one this autumn, because obviously when the weather gets bad, you can't really go out. I just feel like it could be just such a cute activity to do. I've actually got a puzzle board that my mom gave me because she wanted to get into doing puzzles at some point and didn't do it. So she has this like whole puzzle board thing where you can like make the puzzle on the puzzle board and then shut it, but like with the puzzle still made inside. So I have that. I just need to go and retrieve the last item that I want to show you. The last thing I got is this. It's for my daughter. When I saw it, I was like, she has a Smiggle backpack, which you will have seen if you saw the charity shopping in the rich part of town video. I'll link it in the description box so you can go and watch that one if you want. We got a Smiggle backpack from actual Smiggle, but it was like really discounted. It was £16. They're like £40 plus, which is madness to me. I saw this in the charity shop and I was like, I have got to have this. I actually kind of want it for myself. Look at that. It's a Smiggle lunch bag. It's got a little compartment on top, a little compartment under here, a strap that she can carry it on. It was £3. Apart from someone's name is on the name label, it's in perfect condition, but I can stick a name label over that. Like, this is literally my bargain of the day. £3 and it's in perfect condition. I can't actually believe it. She's already been in to steal it and run off with it, because who wouldn't? Also, it quite perfectly fit 3 charity shop books in it when I was walking around town, so that was helpful. So it's getting quite late now. I need to make some food, I need to take a shower, I need to get the kids in bed, and then we're going off on our little date. Obviously I bought the cinema snacks, so we're pretty much ready to go on that front. But I feel like I've still got quite a lot to do before we're ready to go. Now, obviously I started off this day feeling a little bit low because of things that I'd seen on the internet, and then like some really unnecessary rudeness from someone. I have very much leaned into doing what I want to do, doing the things that are going to make me feel happy. And honestly, I feel tons better. That is what I really need to do at the moment, because a lot of my issues relate to the fact that I don't prioritize myself. I don't want to spend money on myself. I don't want to spend money on things I want. I don't want to spend time on myself. I don't prioritize myself. I don't make time for myself, and I don't make time for myself to do things that I want to do, or things that are going to make me feel happy, because there's just so much else to be getting on with in life, isn't there? There's always so many other things to be getting on with. I could have easily spent the day just working on social media. Obviously I'm vlogging for you guys, but I'm just kind of taking you along on a day that I wanted to be on, a day that I wanted to do, and I feel so much better for it. So I feel like I'm definitely going into the evening and this little mini date night in a much better place than where I started. which was the whole goal of the day. So I'd love to know if anybody else feels comfortable sharing, if you've had similar sort of feelings to me where you've really struggled to regulate your moods and really struggled with sort of low mood and anxiety after having children, or for any other reason at any other time in your life. I'd love to hear how you've managed and what things make you feel better and what takeaways you had from therapy if you've been to therapy. Drop me a comment of the small things in life that make you happy. Is it getting a freebie? Is it going to the charity shop? Is it decorating your house for Halloween? I mean, this is just me. But what are the things that make you happy? What are those like little things that could almost be laughed away because they seem so small and insignificant, but actually would make a massive difference to your day? What are those things that make you happy? Do drop me a comment, because you have no idea how much dropping a comment on a video like this can help a little channel like mine. I hope you've enjoyed coming along on this day with me. I hope you've enjoyed the chat. It's been a very honest chat about mental health today. I'm Lee from Mortgage Free Lee. I talk about money and mum life on the internet, and I will see you on the next one.